Hi everybody. Today I want to just share my thoughts on multiple things that has been going on for quite some time. I have not been able to make videos for a few weeks now, and I'm sorry that I could not come up with some content. But what has been happening all this while is that I have been refreshing myself with some tours, some pilgrims, and yeah, and some stuff that has been going on around. So I just thought I'll come and give an update with to you guys on what has been happening and how that has been helping me to transform what I could do better. Now, first and foremost is that whatever I did or whatever I have been doing is more about transforming myself. See, the one thing that we have to think is that we don't have to compare ourselves with anybody else. And this is not a rat race that you have to compete and go ahead. I really feel that the improvement in oneself is comparing yourself from what you were earlier and from to what you are today. That one small step that you have taken towards your growth is very significant compared to if you had not taken that step. Okay, so there's no regret in what you do. Why am I sharing this? Is because sometimes you need to take a step back, look at things how they are, and make decisions. There's nothing wrong in if you think that whatever decision you have taken is wrong and you want to correct it. Okay, and it's okay if you take a step back and try to settle yourself to a much congruent space and then come up with a lot of other stuff that you want to give out to the people here. Okay, so as artists we always think about something more creative, and that needs a space in our own heart and mind to come up with content that is really inspiring people, really trying to make an impact to the world. And the kind of work I am trying to do is to bring in more energy into the spaces that people live in, and that requires a lot of inner work as well. And along those lines, I have been on a pilgrim trip to a place called Tiruchendur in Tamil Nadu. It's in southern part, not really southern, but towards the southern part. It's a coastal place, and this place is considered to be one of the very um, important places for Lord Muruga in India. And why we do that is because he conquered and killed a demon, and he washed his sword and put an end to it. So it's more like you're fighting for something, you won, and you have to take your space. You finish it off. Okay, so when you go there, the experience that I had was very overwhelming, because the kind of pressure and the kind of impact the ocean made on me is really incredible. Why I would say that is because this ocean waves that came in, the tides or the waves, whatever you might call it was just over us, but it would not pull anybody inside. It was more like a pushing wave onto the shore, but it would not pull anybody inside. Whereas there are some spaces where the water actually pulls and pulls the things back into the ocean, right? So you might have experienced this in multiple spaces. But this place exactly is having such a big thrust. It's also known for a place which was a part of while the tsunami happened long back in 2016, 2006, I guess. Um, what am I talking about? I think it was tsunami in 2016. Okay, so when that happened, this place, the temple space, did not get affected among a few other places like churches and mosques which were not affected by this water. This temple is one among them which was not affected by the water. And the beauty of this place is below sea level, and it did not have water inside the premises. It's quite interesting to watch out for these, because you see it's pushing it, and it did not the water is coming inside, right? So there's a lot of gush that's happening, yet there was not much of an overflow. Now, what that gave an insight to me is that when you're always expressing yourself, when you are in an expressive mode, there is no need for you to put a break and think whether what I'm expressing is right. But there is a place where you have to go and think whether you are expressing what you really think. And it's not somebody else's thought, it's not somebody else's pressure. You're not comparing yourself with what's happening around. Most of us, I realized after a point of time that I'm kind of trying to do what people who are successful. But what I realized later is that people who are successful are doing things that they really are congruent with. And that gave me a very big bulb on moment, and I started to work towards that. Now, for all the artist friends out here, I would urge that you start thinking what really matters to you. Are you one step ahead of what you were earlier? And that is going to bring a progress. It doesn't have to be in one line. Now for me, I don't only paint, I do multiple things. So while I do that, I'm just saying, am I better in that field? Let's say if I'm taking a video, I'm just saying if I'm better in taking a video. Well, this video what I'm capturing right now is not of the best quality because of the limitation of the camera that I have for today. And this place is not really this is not really the best video that I might make. But what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to use the best of things available to me so that I can give you the best value. Right? You see what I mean? Instead of complaining about this is not right, I don't have this, I can't do this, there are limitations about things. I'm deliberately doing this with a normal camera, web camera, and a small ring light here. So this will give you an idea of, see, you see this mic here. This is a small laplayer mic, and there is a web camera and a ring light. That's it. So with this, if I'm able to make a video that can create an impact in somebody's life, I think the equipments don't really matter. It's your intent that really matters, right? So if you are a person who's thinking, who's procrastinating whether I should make a content, or if I'm making a video, if I want to create an art piece, if I want to create anything for that matter, if you're really looking forward to that, then make sure that nothing is stopping you. Just go ahead, do it. It does not matter what you have done, how you have done, but it matters whether you have done it or not. We can take things further from that point to improvise, to develop yourself, to improve. There is no perfection in this world. It's always a perfection in the making. So just take it as a step for you to start somewhere, and you can grow from that place. So if you think that this episode has given you some thought to think about how you can go about with your business, how you can go about with your art, how you can go about with your content creation, give it a like and do subscribe for much intimate space for us to discuss on multiple things on entrepreneurship, coaching, and painting. Okay, I would love to talk to you all. So just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next episode. Bye.